Hi, my name's Diane, but you can call me Hope. My husband Jim and I both believe that when God shuts a door, he opens another. In my case, it was a car window. My story begins January 1st, 2015. Jim and I are staying at a hotel near an airport with our granddaughter, Sarah, who's catching an early flight back to Virginia after spending the Christmas holiday. It's 1 o'clock in the morning and our phone rings. It's the front desk telling us that our car has been broken into and our window smashed. Jim secures the car and our belongings. I decide to stay up for the rest of the night. At this point, we need to be up in a little while anyway to make it to the airport on time for my granddaughter. I was channel surfing when I came across a doctor's forum. The topic was Dr. Erba's cure through immunotherapy. I stopped surfing. You see, at that time, I was very sick with stage 4 ovarian cancer. I was in so much pain it hurt to walk. If Dr. Erba could have such success with melanoma, maybe he could help me. Jim filed that information away. A few days later, I had an appointment with Dr. Ted, my oncologist in Corvallis, to discuss the results of my recent scan. The results were not good. The chemotherapy I was on was not working, and in fact, the tumors were growing. Dr. Ted told Jim, "Don't make any long-range plans." Jim asked him about immunotherapy, if there was anything being offered for the treatment of ovarian cancer. Dr. Ted said he knew of some studies going on at a research hospital in Portland, not Providence, and he would ask if they would see me. On January 8th, just 3 days later, Jim and I drove to Portland for an appointment. We met with a very nice oncologist who talked with us about the many options we might have. I told him I had a study done on my tumor, a genetic test. He asked if he could read the results and get back to us. The next day, I received the call from that oncologist. He said I would not be able to participate in any of the clinical trials that they had at this time. He asked me if I knew that I had TP53 mutated gene. I didn't know. This mutation is rare to cure, and because of that, I did not qualify for any of their trials. He said he was sorry, but there was nothing he could do. I called Jim to tell him the news. Jim did not accept that as the only option. He called Dr. Erba's office immediately and was put in contact with Kim Sutcliffe. Kim is the clinical trial nurse in charge of patients with ovarian cancer. She invited us to come up January 16th to meet with Dr. Ru Lee, an ovarian cancer oncologist at Providence. I was excited and scared at the same time. What if she says the same thing that other oncologists said to me? What if my rare mutation means no one can help me? What if she finds a better patient for her trial? What if I have to wait for a special one? I had read a lot about clinical trials by that time, and I knew there could be a year between them. I knew I couldn't wait that long. I had to tell Dr. Lee I couldn't fail. There was no option. I wouldn't fail. We drove up to Portland. I was still having trouble walking, so I held onto Jim's belt so I wouldn't look so sick. What a wonderful woman Dr. Ru Lee is. She's very small, petite, quiet in nature. But whoa, is she brilliant. The wealth of knowledge she has will just blow you away. She was warm and kind, and immediately she put me at ease. She told me that she didn't have any openings at this time, but there were some trials coming up soon, and she would call me back and start me on the one that would be the best one for me. With tremendous hesitation, I told her about my mutation. I said, "You know, I have TP53 mutated gene. I held my breath, afraid of what it might mean, that I'd be out of luck. That's fine, she said, no problem. We will find something that works for you. If we try something and it doesn't work, we'll try something else. We will help you. Dr. Lee gave me hope for the first time since Dr. Ted gave me his news. Dr. Lee was going to help. Still, I left with trepidation. Did I say too much or not enough? Did I look too sick? Is she really not challenged by the TP53 mutated gene? The other guy made it seem like a real deal breaker. Is she going to call me back? All my hope is in Dr. Lee's bucket. 2 days later, I received the best birthday gift I could ever get. We got a call from Kim, and she wanted me for the next study starting February 5th, exactly 1 month, excuse me, after the news that Dr. Ted said, "Get my affairs in order." I was there with bells on for a week of tests to make sure that I could join the study. I had an EKG, CAT scan, MRIs, X-rays, biopsy, and blood. At the end of the week, they told me I passed. I would start my infusion February 12th, participating in the Bristol-Myers Squibb Celldex trial. This trial features a combination of immunotherapies, and I was the first one with ovarian cancer to ever receive this combination trial. I was brimming with hope. 2 weeks after meeting Dr. Lee, I was beginning a clinical trial. I was going to fight. I could do this. 4 days after my first infusion, I could walk for the first time without pain. After the second infusion, I was feeling so good, I went outside and washed the windows on my house. He liked that a lot. Every step of the way, the nursing staff supported me. They were positive, hopeful, and warm throughout my journey. I can honestly say the entire time I was on this therapy, I felt great. This therapy kept my tumors in check. In December, we met with Dr. Lee to review the results of my recent scan. We learned that the matriarch, the mother tumor, had grown by 25%. This was considered progression. Although no cancer had spread and no other tumors grew, because the cancer progressed, this result was considered a failure of that clinical trial. Dr. Lee did not miss a beat. She, Kim, and Dr. Crittenden had already located another trial for me to start January 2016. The second immunotherapy, Regents 2810, was more involved than the first one, but they both worked. Today, I am free of ovarian cancer. I am also free of TP53 mutated gene. That's the big one. I thank God every day for helping guide Jim and me through this journey, for breaking that window and opening my eyes to Dr. Erba and the amazing research that's taking place here at Providence. Dr. Lee, Kim, and Dr. Crittenden, who are all here tonight, thank you for saving my life. To those in this room who have supported Providence in the past, thank you. Your generosity has funded the research that made it possible for me to be here tonight to tell my story to you. Because of you, I am still living a full life, going on my 3rd year since I was supposed to have died. I did get that death sentence. But there are more people just like me out there. More people who are counting on the research to bring them a cure, to bring them hope for moments, more time with their loved ones. Won't you please help open a window for them? Thank you, and God bless you all. God bless you. Thank you.